Okay, guys, you should just be able to hear me. And again, we'll open up the lines here after we get started a little bit. My name is Doug Chapman, the CEO of National Group Marketing. Real excited today to go over a true, honest-to-goodness drug card in the market that we're very excited about. And just for the new folks, just so you'll know, National Group Marketing is one of the fastest, if not the fastest growing marketing organization of its kind in the country. And I can promise you, we're obviously getting hit up with a lot of carriers to get us to market their goods and services, and they offer a lot of money and a lot of things. But just so you'll know, we will never, ever roll out a product that is not a high-value benefit product. There's a lot of junk out there. There's a lot of stuff that looks good that really doesn't have great value. There's a lot of reasons we don't do business with people, but the only thing we're going to promote is the best products in the industry. You guys, most of you know my story. Our flagship product is Philadelphia American, the health and income protection package. I don't mind sharing my dirty laundry with you, especially if it'll help us make some money. So you guys know my claim histories, and I'm going to share my claims with you on this drug card today. My personal stories. You know that I've had the Health Saver plan, HSP3, for 6 going on 7 years now. You guys know my claims. You know that I've saved tens of thousands of dollars in monthly premiums over my traditional Humana I used to have. You know I've had 3 surgeries and saved over $15,000 in deductibles being waived, no coinsurance. So not only have I saved over tens of thousands of dollars in premiums, but I've also saved, like I say, $15,000 in deductibles, no coinsurance, and I've deposited tens of thousands of dollars in my personal checking account in overpayment from these excess indemnity plans after my medical bills were paid. You all know that. You've seen my claims. So we believe in this product. This is why we're the fastest growing organization in the country, because we're addressing this serious crisis in our country. The largest financial burden on the American family and small business owner is the health insurance premium. There are terrible, terrible values out of here. Our responsibility as professionals in the insurance industry has changed. 5-10 years ago, we were all major medical salespeople, myself included, and we were order takers. No disrespect, but that's pretty much what we were. We didn't know anything about medical bills or what a hospital costs or a surgery costs. We were in the business for 30 years, couldn't tell you what a hospital bill costs. Those have changed. Today we are experts in our industry. The professional health insurance consultant that is successful, it's our responsibility to bring a value proposition to our consumers. And it's not difficult to do, guys, if you know what we're doing. We talk to hundreds of businesses a week across the country, and 100% of the folks we talk to have no clue on how to fix their healthcare problem. We walk into an auto dealership or a mechanic's garage, they don't have a clue on how to fix, repair, rebuild their out-of-date, obsolete, overpriced health insurance policy. That's what we do. They don't know how to do that anymore, and we know how to go back there and rebuild an engine. Or a air conditioner repairman knows how to fix an air conditioner, and he doesn't know how to fix his health insurance. That's our job. So it's our job to bring value. We're a hired gun, if you will, a consultant, and what they get when they do business with us is great value, and the best thing they get is they get you. When I was selling, the main thing they understood they got when they did business with me is they got me. And that's what you guys get when you do business with me. You get me. I've been in this business over 30 years. It's not my first rodeo, and I personally vet and research every product we roll out. And this one we're going to talk about today is no different. I use it. I've used it several times. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out showing you how I've used it, my personal story, how it saved me money. We got several of our managers that have used it as well, and hopefully they'll chime in and ask some questions in a little bit. And then we're going to turn over to Lisa Collier and Dave Wilson, who own the PRAM organization, and we're going to let them go into a little more in depth of how valuable this wonderful product is. So using the PRAM, guys, the first thing I'm going to do is when I took the product on, we researched it and vetted it for about 3 months. If I said, okay, this looks like the real deal, so I'm going to buy it myself and use it myself. Now, understand when you're talking about the prescription drug market, it's probably the most confusing, misunderstood, misrepresented product in the marketplace. There are literally hundreds of discount drug cards. You'll go cross-eyed looking at the discount drug cards. And I had surgery, most of you know, 4 months ago on my shoulder. I went into my surgery center for a follow-up. When I'm signing in, there's a stack of cards for free. Take one for you and your family up to 80% off when your discounts. Well, guys, you've heard me say this before. I don't care who you are. All insurance companies play in the same box. They have the same box to work with. In other words, no matter insurance agents some of them lie, some of them embellish, some of them are just confused. But the one thing that never lies is a dollar bill. Doesn't matter who has it, there's 100 pennies in it. And every insurance company has to pay commissions, they pay marketing, they pay administration, and they have to pay claims, and then they have to make money after that. And they all have the same 100 pennies to work with. And when somebody's giving you a free card, and there's hundreds of them out there, you may get some spiffs and some discounts, and you will, and we've got that as well, but you're not going to get a true value. And that's what we're going to do, educate you on today so that you can educate your consumers. And this is one product that we're very proud to roll out that's going to really make a difference in on not only our sales and your income, but in your consumers' lives, because once they get this product, they're never going to let it go. And it is a level commission product with no end date on it. So another reason why we want to roll it out to you guys. So I'm just going to go a couple of times I've used it, go into my story with it and how I use it with the HSP3. As you guys know, with the HSP, which I used to have 2 units and I went to 3 units a little over a year ago, we get a reimbursement. And looking at our prescription drug reimbursement, we do have an excellent drug card discount, but all of these discount drug cards are in the same category. They're all pretty much the same animal. But we're going to talk about something entirely different today. But our program, as you can see, is a reimbursement. It's the only portion of our plan that is a reimbursement, which means you have to purchase the prescription and send in the receipt for reimbursement. And obviously, as you can see here with 3 units, then when I get a prescription, I've got a $15 reimbursement for generic and a $30 reimbursement for brand name. Now, it doesn't matter what the generic costs. Now, one of my prescriptions the doctor prescribed me is vitamin D3, and I can get that discounted to 57% for a 30-day supply, 57 cents, excuse me. Well, when I pay 57 cents for that bottle, I get $15 back, guys, every month, because I don't have a deductible and I don't have a copay. This is a reimbursement. So as you can see, I'm getting 15 and 30. Well, what I did several weeks ago is I was getting sick, and obviously, as you guys know, with the teledoc, it doesn't cost me anything to talk to a doctor. Very rarely will I have to pay anything for my prescriptions because I know how to play the system. So what I did on a Saturday, I went and got in my car, and on file is Target. It's on file with my teledoc. It's about 8 miles from my house. So I get in my car on a Saturday, and I drive to Target. On the way to Target, I call teledoc. I get a doctor on the phone. I tell him what's wrong with me. I've got itchy throat, stopped up chest, fatigue, getting sick, blah, 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 blah. And he asked some very good questions, and he's fine. He said, Doug, you've got the onset of bronchitis. You need a humidifier, drink a lot of water. I'm going to call in some prescriptions for you. I see your pharmacy is Target. I said, correct. Well, I'm on my way to Target. So we hang up the phone, have a nice day, and I'm about 2 miles from Target. I pull into the parking lot, and I get a text, and it's from Target. My prescriptions are ready. So I walk into Target, I get my prescriptions, and I don't have a visual on these. I do on the second episode, but I can tell you it was $49, and they had this card on file, which you guys all have, and so do your clients. This is the discount card. And they said, Mr. Chapman, we got your discount card on file. It's $49, repriced to $38. I said, great. They started to ring me up. I said, wait a minute. I want to give you this card here. You don't have my new card. So I gave her my PRAM card, and she went back and got on her computer, and she came back and said, well, it's now $17. Well, see, I'm getting $30 back. Now, you do have to file them separately, and we'll get into that in a minute. So it went from $38 from my discount to $17 for my network pricing. Now, I have a $10 copay for generic, but obviously that was below my copay, so I paid below my copay amount. Now, my doctor, I have high cholesterol and high triglycerides, so my other doctor, or my doctor, if you will, prescribes some medication for me each month, and it's rovastatin and also a Vatsipa, which is an extremely expensive brand name purified fish oil. And I get some vitamin D3 and some other stuff. So he sends me to a completely another pharmacy. I went in a couple of days ago, and this is Thrive Pharmacy, which is not even listed, as it's a small pharmacy attached to a medical center. So what you do is when you type in your drug card on your discount card, as you can see for my rovastatin, 40 milligrams, you can see the huge difference. This is where you get that save up to 80% for these free drug cards. When you're marking something up 200 or 300%, it's not difficult to get an 80% discount, perceived discount. And obviously our discount drug card, like all the rest, can make this happen for you. And as you can see here, Thrive is not even on here, but let's just, on rovastatin, I could pay anywhere from $200 to $15 with my discount card. So I went into Thrive, and they gave me my discount, which was somewhere in the middle here. And then again, I pulled out my PRAM card. I said, run this on my PRAM card. He went back, and it came down to $4.85. And this is not a listed prescription. So also another one I had. So this is a 68% savings, guys, off the discounted amount. And that's where a lot of you guys have said, well, I've looked at this card, Doug. I pulled up the drugs. It's not on their list with the $10 copay or $35 copay. It's not doing the client any good. I'm not going to sell it. Well, if it's not listed under the copay, which Lisa will talk about here in a minute, you're still getting the network pricing. And there is a huge difference between network pricing and discount savings. This is a true drug card. So when I go in and get a network pricing, then I'm going to go to, this is 68% off the discount pricing, which, as you can see, gets up to 80% off some of these more expensive options. Now, the Vatsipa, which there's no generic for, is a prescription, and this would be a worst-case scenario where you couldn't get your copay. Again, it's not listed. But as you can see on Vatsipa, they actually hit me with $320 on the Vatsipa, and it went down to $200. Well, again, that is and then when my reimbursement of $30 on top of that, that's $123 savings off my least expensive option, off the best discount you're going to get with your discount card. Now, keep in mind, I'm paying $60 a month for my RX card. So this product is an outstanding product, guys. It takes pre-existing conditions. We're going to get into some of that in a minute. But again, you have to. This is a reimbursement. Now, when you get into a $10 copay or a $30 copay, $35 copay with your PRAM card, and again, it does take pre-existing conditions. And keep in mind, we're creating huge value for our clients, but one of the reasons is we don't take pre-existing conditions. And many times we can actually lose a sale because a lot of our pre-existing conditions are just simply prescription meds. And, a lot of us in the next few months will be putting people in the ACA, the Affordable Care Act, and we all know the ACA, if they've got government subsidies or serious pre-existing conditions, the ACA is the place for them. But the problem is we're putting a lot of people in the ACA that don't have serious issues and don't have subsidies, so they're paying with the guys with subsidies and serious issues. So that's a disservice to these clients that are actually in our natural market. But some of them have pre-existing conditions on prescriptions, and so while they'll still get the repricing by staying in network at the doctor or hospital, we won't pay for their meds for 12 months. But with this prescription drug card in place, added to, stacked on top of our HSP plan or HCS, it will take on those prescriptions, pre-X for those prescriptions immediately. And it's just a great product. So, again, keep in mind, if you're getting a $10 or $35 copay with your PRAM as a listed prescription, and it's not pre-existing, you're going to get your copays reimbursed actually by your reimbursement here, which can in some cases turn your PRAM product into 100% coverage or your prescription drugs. So we did need to increase the benefits. That is a weakness in the policy perceived. Now, again, we know that the external benefit all of our clients get, which is the savings we're creating for them. You've heard me talk about the guy with Blue Cross that looked at this product and he said, $15, $30, that's not any good. He said, I've got a $35 copay with my Blue Cross. And I had to show him where he had a $700 deductible in front of his copay for RXs. And I also had to take him to his policy and show him in the back of his policy where he was paying $149 a month for his drug card. So that totals up to about $2,500 a year that he's out of pocket to pay Blue Cross, so that then he can pay him a $35 copay if he has to go get a prescription. So if you're putting $300, $400, $500, $600 a month into a person's checking account, that's after you provide him with a reimbursement drug card, prescription benefit, and a fully insured true benefit drug card stacked on top of that takes pre-existing conditions. Then you've got a fantastic value, guys, and they'll be keeping this product all, because the average, as we'll talk about in a minute, people get prescriptions. I get 4 or 5 a month. You've seen 2 or 3 of them here, and the other ones I get reimbursed